Bullying requires two participants. So the bullied is just as important part of the dance as the bully. So when we see this as a situation where someone's being bullied, and the reason why I bring this up is because my daughter came home from camp yesterday and was being bullied, right? Believe that? So I got to thinking about the dynamics of this situation, and the entire dance wouldn't have taken course if my daughter wasn't the bullied, and she had to play that part in this dance. And I'm at fault for a lot of this, and I'll explain the story and the situation in a moment. But one of the things that I want to bring to your attention is that the ability to defy, the ability to say no, is the very first and most primordial assertion of the ego. It's the very first time that an individual recognizes its place in its surroundings, and it usually starts about the age of 2.5, 3, and that the strengthening of that defiance, that ego strength, that self-esteem develops until maybe around 4 or so, right through potty training. You know this is happening because the child starts to say no, no, or it throws temper tantrums, or literally defies, no, right? This is because there's an uncomfortable feeling coming up in the child's body. It doesn't want the food you're giving it. It doesn't want to go to the grandma's. It doesn't want to do the thing that you would like it to do. And it feels this in its body, and it says no. What parents generally do, and what I did to my oldest daughter, because I didn't know better at the time, was I squashed her ability to say no. The minute she began defying, I did what my dad did to me, which was, you don't tell me no. What I tell you, you do. You don't ask any questions. You just do what I tell you to do. I don't care if you don't want to do it, you're going to do it. This was the language that I used, the language that I was taught, and this is how I treated my daughter during the age of ego development, during the age of strengthening her ability to say no, right? My other children are a little different because I've evolved and I treated them differently. So my daughter's in school, or in camp yesterday, and a little girl, I think smaller than her, comes up to her and starts picking on her, pushes her against the wall and goes to choke her. And my daughter doesn't fight back. She's being bullied, and she's playing the dance, the part of the dance, as the bully. The bully and the bully, you need both. If the bully doesn't play its part by not standing up for itself, having its no being squashed, and the inability to defy the situation, it's a perfect candidate for being bullied. And the bully knows this. The bully looks around and tries to find someone with weak ego strength. And I hate to describe my daughter that way, but I know that I did this to her. So what ends up happening is ambiguity rises up in the body of the bullied individual, because when the feelings associated with defiance came up as a baby or as a child, a young child, and it was squashed, it was essentially told to that individual by a parent or an adult that your feelings aren't right. What you're feeling is wrong, and you have no right to express it. Shut it down, right? Now there's a fight in that individual's body between the body and the head. The body feels, I want to push you away, no, right? But the head, because it was conditioned by the parent, and the parent knows best, and the child always wants to please the parent, says, squash that, shut it down, shut it down. So what ends up happening is you've got this hesitation, right? And I know some of you have experienced this, and you probably experienced it in many areas of your life. But one is, when you're being attacked, do you find yourself like, I want to hit back, I want to go crazy, I want to defy, but you're fighting yourself. This is the hesitation. This is the fight, the ambiguity, the idea that I want to express my body's telling me I need to do this, but it's not the right thing to do because I've been conditioned to shut down my negation, shut down my no, shut down my defiance, shut down my ability to stand my ground. This is wrong. We can't do this to our children because we make them pray for other children and other people who are sharks, who will eat them alive. You If you find that this is your situation, if you find that you're an easy target, or if you find there's ambiguity with regard to your feelings or hesitation, practice setting up your space. Use your hands and use your body and say out loud, practice it on your own. No, 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 this is my space, my space, my space, this is mine. Get away, get away. You can practice that, you can say that, you can do that, you own that. That is the most primordial expression of a strong ego, is to say no. Practice your ability to say no. Say no when no comes up in your body. Don't feel bad. There are a lot of people who have this I feel bad, so they say yes situation going on. Someone tells them, hey, let's go do such and such, and they feel bad, so they go and do it. It means they don't have their no. It is the most important tool that an individual can have to survive successfully in this world and with your children. I told you that I did this with my oldest and I regret it, but I've got 3 others that I know would not be bullied. In fact, my second oldest daughter was in the same camp and wasn't bullied. I think the little girl that was a bully and my second oldest daughter are actually friends, which is a little weird. But she has her no. When Emerson, my second oldest, or Simone, or my son Benjamin, who is not really doing it yet, go, no, I'm not doing it, to me, I'm with it. I be with it. I don't fight her on it. I might try to coerce her. I might try to use language that will ease her into a direction that I know is better for her. I might distract her, but I'm not going to take away her no. I'm not going to take away her defiance. In fact, I invite her to bring it up. If she wants to defy me and she feels ambiguous about it, I invite her. Do you want to tell me no? Do you want to tell? It's okay to tell me no if this is not what you want. I tell her this. Do you understand? Now, I don't tell her she can run out to the street and cars are coming by. It's a matter of being a creative parent. So all you commenters down below who are going to say, Elliot lets his kids do whatever the fuck they want. Not quite. It's about being sensitive and creative. Something that a lot of people need to work on. Hope this is helpful. Talk to you next time.
Elliot said, what?